Allie Hicks writing from Sherwood Park, Alberta. She says, good morning, RP and DD. So happy you're having Cody on today. Thank you and have a great week. Well, thank you, Allie. We are just as happy. And let's bring this cat in. Cody Fajardo. I want to tell you, it's one of our biggest interviews we've ever had, but he's just my guy. He's just my guy. The pride of Brea, California, former Oakland Raider, Argo Lion, and for now, Saskatchewan Roughrider. What's up, Cody? How you doing, my man?
Good. How you doing, RP? Man, that list seems to be getting longer and longer as the years go on.
It's called experience. It's called experience, man. Hey, how, by the way, has the offseason been? How'd it feel to get home and get settled there with your little guy and everything?
Yeah, it's been truly incredible. Just kind of focusing on me and my family and the little one and trying to be the best dad I can be, trying to be the best husband I can be. There's a lot of uncertainty right now going forward, but all I can do is try and be the best person and the best version of myself. And that's been my goal. And the one, I guess, silver lining of not being in the playoffs is I got a jump start on my off-season workout. You know, I'm starting a month earlier. Usually I don't start till about early January when we run into the playoffs. So that's a positive.
Yeah, okay. Well, it is. And, you know, it's funny you say that. So I guess we might as well get into it. I mean, you and I didn't talk really all year other than exchange the odd text. But I had heard from the football people outside the Riders that you were hurt really early on in the year. That's what I heard. And I didn't want to ask you. But what was your injury situation all year long? How were you feeling?
Yeah, I had a grade 2 MCL tear, which really limited my mobility. And the MCL ligament, I've had it before in both knees, and it just affects your side-to-side running. You're straight, top end speed. You can run vertically, but in football, as you know, it's all about changing direction. And putting a clunky knee brace on a mobile quarterback is not ideal, and it wasn't ideal for me. But I wanted to be out there with my guys, and I knew I've been able to play through that injury before. And it's unfortunate. I didn't have my best year, and there's no excuses for that. I watched every game at the end of the year, and I watched just about every throw, every drop back, and there's a lot of things I could have done better. And I'm going to learn a lot from last year, and I hope that this tough time will help me become a much better quarterback. And that's the goal when you go through trials and tribulations like that.
It will. Well, there's no, you know that. And, a lot of people, I didn't know what you were going to say today. What I told people was, Cody can come on and say whatever he wants. That's the idea of this show, is it's a safe place for everybody. So I guess two things. When I was at Grey Cup week, your people, your friends that I was around said, what is out there is nowhere near what is really going on. And I didn't even know what they meant by that, and I didn't want to dig into it. But what would you like to say about how the season went down and where you're going as a football player?
Yeah, it was a tough year for everybody in that locker room, not just me. We had such high hopes and aspirations, and I think our week 1 team that we put on the field when at the time it was Hamilton coming back off of back-to-back Grey Cup appearances. We had a strong football team, and just wasn't our year, and it just didn't line up for us. And it's unfortunate because there's a lot of guys that I built incredible relationships with. And over the course of the year, you don't get to be out there playing with them, and guys weren't able to be out there for us. So what I will say is the way that it ended, it hurt. It hurt my feelings. It was a tough way to go out, but it happens. It happens in the CFL. Ricky Ray told me, who's a CFL Hall of Famer, he told me, at some point in your career, you're going to get benched as a starter, but don't let that define you as a person. Don't let it define you as a quarterback. And, I've thought about that heavily these last couple weeks and months. And I know that it's not going to define me. I got a lot of good football left in me. And for me personally, I just hope that there's somebody out there that wants me, not just likes me. I think that's going to be my goal going into this offseason and this free agency is I want to hear a team that really wants me and not just, hey, we like you and we want you here. We really want you here. So that's my goal.
I know how tight you are with Ricky, and I don't know if you've talked to him lately or not, but I would ask him, if you haven't, ask him about the day he was traded from Edmonton to Toronto, because I swear he would have gone, I'm sorry, what? You did what? So he's been through it. He's been through what you're going through. Would you have done anything different, Cody, this year? And obviously you've had some time to reflect. Would you have done much different?
Yeah, that's a great question. I think one of the things I wish I would have done was been a little bit more upfront and honest with my injuries. maybe taking a little bit of time off and let the younger guys play. Let Mason Fine play, let Jake play, let them get some experience where we would possibly have to need them down the road, but also have me be able to come back at 100%. I felt like there was things that I was trying to do that I just couldn't do with my injury, and I'm trying to gut out everything I can and be out there because I love playing football. And one of my mottos is, you never know when your last down is. But I just wish I would have taken some time off, maybe a game or two, and then just get back to 100% and go out there and feeling like myself again. The COVID game didn't help me at all either. My knee, it helped a little bit, but physically, I just felt like I lost my in shape. I lost a lot of weight that I was carrying that can help protect me taking hits. So it just was one of those years that I look back on, and I told everybody, maybe one day I'll write a book, and I'm not going to sell a book, but maybe just have it for my own keepsake, because there was a lot of things that went on behind closed doors that was truly remarkable what that locker room was able to go through. Mentally, that locker room never broke. And that's a team that you want to play for, and that's a team you want to be around, is guys that when you are losing 4, 5, 6 straight, guys never were pointing the fingers at each other. We were just happy to be around one another, and that helped it be a little bit easier. But we're in a win now business, and what have you done for me lately business, so I get it. It's just unfortunate that it always has to start with the quarterback, but I get it now, and it was tough. It was a tough way to end the year after giving so much.
Yeah, absolutely. And I'll tell you what, with regards to writing that, it can be very cathartic to do it. So I would encourage you to do it, even if nobody ever sees it, for sure. I think the $64,000 question is, do you have an inkling where you'll be playing in 2023? Because if you've noticed, the Saskatchewan Roughriders don't seem real settled at that quarterback position right now. If you were to leave, I mean, I would think the door's still open there, or what are you thinking? I shouldn't speak for you.
Yeah, honestly, there's been no communication between me and the team, which is unfortunate. I would just like a sense of direction, right? Whether they want me back or they don't want me back, just so my family and I can plan. But there's a few teams that I have my eye on, and I made my wish list, so to speak, with some teams on it, and my agent has those, and so when it becomes the appropriate time and it's not a tampering situation, hopefully my agent can reach out to some of those teams and let them know how I'm interested in there. And I think I'll line up, and there's some good opportunities to go to some teams in the league. And there's also a good opportunity to come back and play for the Riders. But until there's communication there, my hopes aren't really high. But a lot can change from now until February. But I know that my book isn't ending. My football book isn't ending. It's a lot tougher situation now with having a kid and Laura working, and it's going to be a little bit different for us. So the right situation for me is what's really going to be enticing to me. There's some things that I won't come back for in terms of certain teams, because I'm here with my family, and that just has changed over the time. As a just a husband, you can get through the long distance, but now having a little one, it's really got to line up where you can be in the right situation and everybody can be happy. Because mentally, surprisingly, it was a lot easier than the 2021 season. 2021 was extremely difficult season for me, and we went to the West Final. But last year, having our son Luca and having my wife up there and having our dog Soli up there with us, yes, we weren't winning games, but I felt like my mental capacity was the best it's ever been in terms of losing football games. So I want my support system around me coming up, and that's going to be big for me in the off season and going into my next team.
Good. Well, I know for a fact that you'll be playing football in 2023, but I don't know where. But that's why I just know. That's why I sent you the note, because I know what it feels like when you think the whole world's on your back, and the fact is they're not. They're just the ones you hear from. So I wanted you to hear from the supporting people, and that includes me and all the people that love you, for sure, because there's a bigger group than you know. So, Cody, happy holidays, Merry Christmas, my best to Laura and your dad and the whole family, and good luck, man, in 2023.
Yeah. Hey, thanks, RP. It's been quite a ride, but I appreciate you, and I'm excited for the future and excited for what to come. And I appreciate you having me on the phone. And like I always tell you, you've had my back from day one, and those are the guys I want to stay close to. And so I appreciate you having my back through thick and thin.
You will emerge so much stronger for this. I think you already are, man, and that is the good news. All right, Cody, thanks for the time.
Thanks, RP. Yep, talk to you soon. Happy holidays.
Cody Fajardo, veteran quarterback, Grey Cup champion, joining us from Reno, Nevada.
Hey, everybody. Thanks for watching the RP Show on YouTube. And don't forget, we're live daily on YouTube from noon to 2 Eastern. If you like what you see, hit subscribe. And if you like the program, check around for other segments of the Rod Pedersen Show here on YouTube.